All right, we got Milwaukee's new 2448 M12 cable stapler, and we've got Dewalt's been out for 2 years, 20 volt cable stapler DCN701. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on both of these. Let's do it. All right, so we've got solid copper RG6, Cat 6 riser, and then we've got 12.2 and 14.2. So in case you guys wanted to know, pretty simple. Let's go right through it. Nice and tight. This one I wasn't pressing down. That's my fault. Same with this one as well. But with the ones I was, you can see you have a little wiggle, but it's definitely a lot tighter. You can see with the coax, it does pinch it a little bit, which is not exactly acceptable. So this one is fine. This one, actually, you can move it. These ones are a little tight. Maybe I was pressing down a little more, but yeah, definitely a lot tighter than the Dewalt. That's not even, I mean, as well as it should be, because it's 2 years newer as far as coming to the market. But super happy with these results. A lot nicer. All right, so yeah, you can see we got some play. I mean, it's still relatively tight, but you got some play. All right, guys. This is Milwaukee's new 2448. It's just came out to the market. I've got maybe about 60 to 80 staples through this, and I'll tell you right off the bat, this is a superior tool than Dewalt's. This is very nice. I am super happy I bought it. There's a couple things I like about it. Not many things I dislike about it, actually. I don't think there's actually any cons to this over the Dewalt that I can say right now. Now, I'm going to basically frame my entire basement out, or I already have, but I'm going to wire my entire basement out. We're going to put some good usage through that, but I want to go into the differences between these two and what I think about them. Obviously, there's a size difference. You guys can see. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so yeah, the Dewalt's bigger. I will say the Dewalt comes in at about 5 pounds, 11 ounces with the battery, and the Milwaukee's heavier. I didn't weigh it, but it's heavier. Not crazy heavier, but I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe half a pound heavier if I'd had to guess. I didn't weigh it, but just letting you guys know. So a couple things. Yes, it is bigger. The Dewalt's a bigger tool. Both of them have lights. There you guys go. Both of them have the same detent firing, so these do not do anything, but these are just guides, and you have to press this one in right there. That's where your actual cable you're actually going to be stapling detents it, and that's what actuates, and you can pull the trigger and fire. Same thing goes with Milwaukee's. You can see right there, just like that, and these are just guides. So very nice. I do, ergonomic wise, I like both. They're both really nice. You got the reversible belt clip here, and if you pull the trigger, you can see you got your battery indicated in here. On the DeWalt, your battery itself actually has an indicator. So there you go on this one, if I can get it in a view. There you go. So this one's just, the DeWalt's just a bigger tool. That's, I mean, all I have to say about it. As far as the size comparison, it's yellow. I will give it to DeWalt. I am not, even though I like the Milwaukee more already, just as a pro, I'm not unhappy that I had to buy the DeWalt first. If it's this already paid for, so this thing I think ran like $200 and some when it first came out with a kit, and it's already paid for itself time and time and time again. It saves so much time. The DeWalt does not sink its staples nearly as good as the Milwaukee, and that is the main determining factor. Yes, you get around it. You can either hammer one straight nail in, and then you can tack these, use this to tack the rest of them in, and you'll just kind of clean up your work a little bit, which is still saves a boatload of time. But if I don't have to actually hammer the first one in, which I don't have to with this, boom, that just saves that much more time, and it basically pays for itself. So both magazines, they're both just like that. They're pretty much almost the exact same. Same thing with this one. Pops out the bottom, and you guys can see. Pretty nice. Both aluminum magazines. You got plastic with rubber overmold. Obviously, this is a 20 volt. This is a 20 volt / 18 volt actually when you're actually using it. So that's what this one's running. It's the same spring drive, I'm assuming. Relatively the same. This one's obviously a 12 volt. And you can obviously, the Milwaukee's motors, you can actually get some good use out of them. Their motors are actually a lot better than DeWalt's in my opinion. So very nice. I do like both these tools. Let's put them side by side. So you get them. You can see the Milwaukee is just narrow. It's going to fit into tighter spaces. It's nice. That's what I like. Now I will say also what I do like is Milwaukee's staples. They're red as opposed to like a gray / purple. And when you can see them in there, you can see a little bit better. That's nice. Milwaukee has a 5 staple dry fire lockout, and their magazine can hold 45. So obviously, and these are 20 a piece, and these are not 20 a piece. You guys can see, well, what are you, 18 or so? So yeah, there's that. They're both insulated. Obviously, we're doing electrical. We need insulation, so we're not going to have metal on metal. Very nice. Other than that, guys, I'm going to run the Milwaukee through its paces. I will be selling the DeWalt just to recoup some of my money. But again, I am not unhappy that I had to buy the DeWalt because it absolutely paid for itself. If you don't have any Milwaukee tools whatsoever and you don't do a lot of electrical work as far as Romex and stapling, yeah, pick it up. You can probably pick it up on the used market or save yourself some money. Don't need to buy a completely new battery line. But all intents and purposes, you would still probably just buy the Milwaukee. Get 1,200 staples is what they're talking. That's what they're talking about out of one 2 amp hour battery like this. That's far more than you're going to do in a day. Let alone shoot. I mean, honestly, I don't even think I even ran through a full battery on this ever because you just charge it at the end of the day and you're good to go. I never had to swap it out because the battery died. So, I mean, they're super efficient. Both tools are super efficient with their battery usage. No big deal, but it's nice. I mean, yeah, the 20 volt. This is obviously stands up. This one, you're going to have to put it on its head to stand up a little bit because it's not going to stand up. You can do that. So, which is also something like that. So, anyways, all right. So, just last thing, you got to buy the Milwaukee staples for the Milwaukee and then DeWalt ones for the DeWalt. They're not interchangeable. And yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. So, appreciate it. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video.